Hi there guys, I'm Neil at Italia Autos and welcome back to another video on my channel. Today's video is about a car I've been given for free, a 1990s hot hatch. So here's the story so far. So I was thinking the other day while I was looking through Auto Trader, looking on Copart, looking on various other auction sites, that cars have got damn expensive. So I thought, let's set myself a challenge. Can I get myself a car for free? So I've set myself for this challenge 3 rules. Number 1, it must be a free car. 2, it must be able to start. And 3, it must be able to drive on and off the trailer. Now I spent ages looking around various auction sites, emailing a few of them, trying to get a car for free. So I'd pretty much lost all hope of being able to get a car for free. And then out of the blue, this guy called Brian emailed me, asking me if I wanted to buy any parts off a car he was breaking. And then light bulb went on in my head and I thought, let's just email him back, see if he wants to get rid of it, and I'll take it off his hands and I'll restore it and get it up and running again. And a few emails later, he says, yeah, good, go for it. So I've got myself a free car. I just need to go and get it and bring it back here, and it's actually just sitting outside now. So I'll just put my camera up on the stand and we'll pull it in and we'll show you what we've had for free. So there we go, it drives, it starts, and it was free. So some of you guys that follow me that are not really Alfa followers, you won't probably know what this car is. It's an Alfa Romeo 145 Cloverleaf 1997. It's a mid-1990s hot hatch. There weren't very many of them around, but they are a very underrated, appreciating classic Alfa. Now unfortunately, rust has seemed to taken this car off the road. The front support there is rotten. It's had some welding underneath the bonnet. The wing's been taken off because it is a little bit rotten under there, if you can see that there. So this car is now 28 years old. It needs some love. Any car which is nearly 30 years old will need some love and attention, especially one that's been used as much as this one has. And it's going to need a whole lot of time to get this one back on the road. But the main thing is, it starts, it runs, it drives. So let's have a look inside and see what we get on it. We have relatively unworn sports seats, sports leather steering wheel. It's only covered 75,000 miles. It's got aircon, but it's not working at the minute for reasons you will see. We've got a, looks like a period stereo. I would say that could be a standard one, but it's a non-Alfa Romeo one. We've got all the parts for it in the back end. So let's see if the boot will open. Ugh. Will it stay up? Oh, you've got a CD changer in the back there as well. So we've got the wing, arch liner, wing is a little bit rotten. Got some floor mats. The wing, fingers crossed we can clean that up and refit that. We've got the headlights, we've got the front bumper. It's the original early Mark 1 black front bumper, so it's got like the unpainted front bumpers. So on the face of things, it doesn't look too bad. We've got a complete car. Yes, it's already been stripped down, but that's bonus for me because I haven't got to do that. Let's get it on the ramp and we'll see how much rust is actually on it. So what I don't want to hear now is lots of crunching and cracking as I lift it into the air. So before I get this in the air, if you are new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button and notification button so you are told of when I put new videos out. I think the best thing to do is whop these front wheels off so we can see what it's like under those arches. It's a good start. The wheel sees not. instantly I can see quite a bit wrong with it. So right, starting at the top, shocker is absolutely cream crackered. There is pretty much not much metal left on that before it rots through. Springs will probably want changing as well, as being as they're off because they're not expensive. We're going to need a little bit of attention behind here. It looks as though that is going to blow a hole straight through. I can see a little hole. Let's move the camera down behind there, and all rust dropping out onto the floor, look. So we're going to need some welding behind here. Now let's go and take a look at what I know to be even worse on this side. So it's the first time I've seen it in the flesh. I've done worse, put it that way. So up here, this is rotten and falling off. We can get some aftermarket ones of those. We've got a hole over here, so we're gonna have to fabricate a new bit. Up there's okay. There has been welded at some point in the past. Oh, so that has a subframe drop there. The bolt's still in. It doesn't move around, so I think it's just rotten. We'll have a better look at that when it's up in the air. All in here is all rotten, inside, outside, so this has been sitting in water most definitely, but it can all be repaired. So that little bit where the subframe mounts the chassis could be the biggest problem and the hardest bit to weld, because it means I've got to take the subframe off and I've probably got to take the engine out to weld that. So let's get it up the rest of the way and we'll see how bad the rest of it is. Now, I was speaking to, I've just seen the amount of repairs that's had underneath there and how rotten it looks, and oh my God, what have I done? So I was speaking to Brian, the guy who owned this car for a few months, and this car actually spent some of its life up in Scotland, so that can quite possibly explain this. So let's start on the nice side first. The jacking point there has completely rotted out, so we need to repair that. It has been, I will put it loosely, repaired before up this back bit here. I'm going to get a screwdriver to it in a minute when I don't need a torch. It's been repaired there. It's been repaired all there. That's rotten and hold, rotten and hold. You can see the, oh, that's a repair from the inside, that is. Another hole up here. All behind here is where I showed you the rust earlier. There. On this side, we can see wiring loom. Never a good sign when you can see wiring loom inside the car from the outside. This whole structural support here is rotten, so we're going to have to nick one of those off probably a GTV or something to get that on there. It just so happens I'm scrapping one outside. Massive hole in the floor there. God. I've got a lot of welding to do. It looks as though this floor panel here is completely rotten all the way across. I know you could get them for Puntos and they were very similar. So yeah, this needs a lot more work than I saw in the few photos. But we know me, I like a challenge. So yeah, let's go at the front end then. Let's check underneath this chassis leg up here. Yeah, okay, yeah. It has some metal still there, but most of it seems to have turned into rust. So as you can see here, look, there's not much left of that support there. So engine's going to have to come out. It's probably going to want a subframe. Is the subframe rotten as well? It's going to be rotten, it's got to be. Oh no, it's actually a little bit crusty, but fingers crossed it could be saved. They've taken the front brakes off it. I'm assuming that's because they were grabbing a bit because of the rust on the discs. Those front wishbones are absolutely knackered. Those anti-roll bar links, I have never seen any so bad in all my life. Look at the bush on that wishbone there. It looks as though it's about to crack and fall off with the amount of rust that's on it. On the plus point though, when I drove it in and started it and put it off the trailer, the engine actually sounded pretty good, but for the rest of it, oh boy, is it going to need some TLC. I mean, up there, it's been treated at the front end. There's no holes. Chassis leg on this side, not as bad. Yeah, I can see some. Yes, 100% the engine's got to come out of this. But yeah, there we go. Right, screwdriver. Let's get a screwdriver. We'll start poking and prodding. Ooh. Oh, that's a repair, that isn't. That's gone through there. Oh, gone up there. Oh yes. Oh yes. This is. Well, we don't need to poke there because as you can see, there's a big hole there already. You can see the way the floor's moving. That it is a bit rotten as well. This is definitely the worst 145 I ever set my eyes on for rot. I've definitely got my work cut out to repair this one. I definitely have. I was thinking from the photos I was seeing, oh, it's just the front chassis leg and that bit around there. But this is actually very, very far gone. Oh, it's entirely repairable. Don't get me wrong. Somebody wouldn't. I mean, the guy who he originally wanted a price on repairing it, and I can tell you now, you wouldn't pay to have this repaired because you would be looking at about 10 grand in welding alone and fabricating. But as I'm a glutton for punishment, we'll see what we can do with it. So, I think we should leave that there. Let me know in the comments below what you think. I reckon 99% of you are going to say it's too far gone, it's too far gone. I may agree with you, it could be too far gone. Have I got the time to weld up and restore this to, you know, MOT standards? It's not ever going to be a show car ever again. But we'll pull the engine out, we'll strip the interior out of it in the next episode, and we'll see what we can do with it. So don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I shall see you in the next video.